a quick tutorial for Spanish Fork IFA operators on our 2010 Case Titan. Today we're going to spread an alfalfa field, about 500 pounds to the acre. We're running 1152 in potash. I loaded this last night, so everything's been weighed. We're just going to run through how to set up the system and get everything up and going. While that's loading, this control here is for our light bar. This is your cruise control. This switches to left boom, right boom, or running both when you're spreading. This is the lock that locks our booms in place. It's already open, and these two buttons here fold the end part of the booms out. This is your bed power. If you turn this off, you won't be able to do anything on the bed. Nothing will fold out, in, turn on, nothing. And then push quick brake, which is off. I put it in neutral already. Okay. So pretty simple for our purposes and what we do. Start Viper, turn the light bar on, and it's right there. Doing our jobs. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to menu and start job. And new job. We always delete this and type in the name of the producer. Along with the date that we're applying. Now if you're doing multiple fields throughout the day for them, you're not going to be able to type this all in, so you'll have to figure something else out. Or just go back and add it to this job. Next, it is a square field we're doing, so we're going to do straight AB. Next, okay. All that stuff doesn't need to be changed for our purposes. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to turn on that auger, hit OK, make sure that it's open in the bin. And if you look back, you can see that it's starting to auger product into our spread pots. Usually augers a little bit faster than that. I don't know why it's being slow today. This morning, there it goes. Just had a clump to break or something. Alright, so now that's full. Go in. Alright, let's do this again. So, first thing you need to do is go into product control. Go here. We weighed it last night, it came in at 61. So we're going to change that for our density. Need to stay there. We need to change that to 500. Now, because it's such a small field, just to make sure we're safe, I'm going to run it at 10 pounds light and run it at 490 pounds per acre. Hit OK. Hit OK. Now, if you don't go into application rates and change this top one to auto, it will not spread. So you got to do that. We'll hit OK there. Now we'll fold our booms out. All of our boom controls for in and out are right here. So we'll raise it up. You can see in the mirror there, it's raising up. And then out. Alright, now that it's locked into place, hit this button here. Hold it, we'll fold the extension out. And then we'll do that with the left side too. this up and raise that boom up a little bit more. Alright, and then turn your fan on. You hit fan, turn it on, hit OK. This right here turns your spread on and off. You'll need to purge your booms after you get them out. If you don't purge them, you're going to miss a spot when you spread. Everybody opens their fields a little differently. I'm going to get this boom folded out, and then we'll get going and kind of go over the auto steer function. Other than that, it's pretty simple. Here I'm just wrapping the field, doing our outside edges. We're not doing the centerpiece of the field. They're going to plow that out. So they've given us kind of an idea on the line where we want to go. So right now I've just got cruise control set. I've got it set for 3rd gear in our lower range. The cool thing about this is once you get everything set going, you don't have to touch the pedals anymore. If I pull back on this lever, it slows us down, turns down our RPMs, so you can make your corners comfortably. We'll finish wrapping the field, then we'll set our AB and use our auto steer. Okay, we pretty much finished wrapping the field. We've got one more side to do, coming into our last corner. So what I'll do, I'm going to slow it down with the joystick. We're going to make our corner. And right here, I'm going to push A. Set A on that. Then we'll run up to the top of the field. Painting our outside edge the whole way. And you can see now on the light bar it says set B. If you don't turn that light bar on before you start a new job, the GPS and the light bar won't communicate and you won't be able to have that light bar to help you. So make sure you turn that on before you get any job started if you're going to want to use it. So we're about to the top of the field. So I'm going to scoot my seat back. Oh, I dropped the phone. Now we're about to the top of the field. Right here, I'll slow it down again just for control purposes in this. Now I'm going to hit B. And you can see that blue line. Now that blue line, when I get to the end here, we'll shut that off. Now I can make my corner. Now on this side here, I'm going to hit this foot pedal. And it's going to line right up. Oh, I kind of missed. It was a little delayed. I'll have to come back and hit that. But it lined up, and now we're not going to steer. We're going to let this tractor drive us. Now all we've got to do is worry about making our turns and turning on and off the fertilizer. Not too bad a job. So because this field is divided how it is, I'm going to show you. See our blue lines that we follow? We're going to want to reset those on the other side because they're probably not going to line up how we want them to line up to do our tracking. So we're going to hit this button here. We're going to go to reset AB. No, we don't want to save the current line. Confirm the reset. And you can see right here across the bottom piece, that little white strip, we are going to turn on just our left boom, which I was just running because we only had a partial section there. And we're just going to run across that. So we're going to get going. I'm going to hit resume on my cruise control and let this machine get itself wound up. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Let's push that forward. And I'm going to turn that on. And we're just going to paint. Just like that. Until we get to the other side. Then I'll turn it around and reset my AB. So you can see we've got our ABs reset. We're out here spreading. For those of you who work for IFA Spanish Fork, who are going to be running this machine, don't worry, we're going to ride with you, train you a little bit, This is kind of just a reference video for you. We'll teach you all about the lag and the switches, because it will start spreading fertilizer before it starts painting your screen. We'll teach you all of it. Okay, so now we've covered the whole field. You can see on the screen there's a little bit of white. There's a few places it shows it got missed, especially on your corners and stuff. As I was saying a minute ago, there's kind of a delay. When you're out here actually running it, spreading it, you turn your switch on, you can see it spreading, and then it's like a 1.5 second delay that it starts painting your screen. What we do, because of how we spread and we load, we do have a little bit extra product. So to offload that, what we're going to do is we're going to not application rates, into product control. We're going to go in here, we're going to change our rate to half of what our target rate was. So we're going to change it to 250 because our original rate was 500. We're going to hit OK. I'm going to let off the brake here. We're going to start driving again. I'm going to hit resume so that the cruise control takes off. I'm going to turn this on. Now I flipped it on, it's spreading, and now it's painting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of follow these edges. If you feel pretty good about how it's painted, you can just run back and choose a side and run back and forth up the field again at half rate. I've got a couple of spots down here in the bottom that just because of how the field is shaped, didn't get covered the way I want it to get covered. And so I'm actually going to run down there and take care of that. Trim this off. We're at the end of the field here. There's a little bit of a white spot there at the end of the screen. I'm going to make my turn my booms on, and I'm just going to spread across this bottom piece right there. Again, those already did get hit with fertilizer, those areas and spots. Again, just because of how this system works and spreads and the delay, it shows that it did. But we're going to paint it, make sure we've got good solid coverage on everything. Screen green there. Everything got a good healthy dose of what we're spreading. Change it just to the right side there for a minute. Alright. Then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go back to the other side, and I'm just going to work up and down that side until we're out of fertilizer at half rate. That's pretty much how this machine works. Again, there's a lot of other stuff to learn, but it's all on the job. You know, the steering, your corners, when to turn, how fast to go, how to take all of that, like your corners and stuff. That's all kind of dependent on you and your learning capability, and just getting out in the field to do it. And like I said, for those of you who are working for us, we're going to go out with you a couple of times, teach you, help you get familiar with it before we just turn you loose. This is kind of just a reference video for if you need a little bit of the guidance or help to figure out what you're supposed to be doing or how to reset it. So when you're done, you go in here. I've already done it, but you hit menu. There'll be a closed job option right there. You just hit that. It'll shut everything down. You go in, we'll turn our fan off. Go in here, turn our auger off. I've usually already done that by now. Now we're pretty much done. Go into exit, shut down Viper. Now if you're going to go on and continue spreading, you can just leave this up and running. There's no point in shutting it down and restarting it, all that stuff. Turn my light bar off, and then I'll fold in my booms. Just the exact opposite of how we folded them out. You know, so you push these buttons, fold that in, and then I'll use those buttons right there, those two, to bring them in and lock them in place. That's pretty much it, how you run it. Seems like a lot to learn, but once you understand the pattern and why something's not working on it and where to turn it on, it's really pretty easy. It's really not a bad gig running this machine. So before you start spreading, you'll have to change your gear. So to do that, to change our gear ratio or our range, essentially this has two different driving options. It has an A and a B. So we spread in the A. Depending on your machine, some machines have more than that. This one only has the two. So right now it's in B. to spread, put it in neutral, flip open our armrest here, swap it to A. When you're done spreading and you're ready for that higher range to travel back or whatever, again, put it in neutral, swap it to B, and you'll hear the air brakes and all the air clutches and stuff engage, and everything changes. Then once it's in, the manual actually recommends after doing that you go reverse, neutral, drive, and then do whatever you want from there, whether you're throwing it into reverse or you're going to be driving down the road.